Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're looking at the latest spike in tensions between Pakistan and India.
That's right.
We've got a pretty fast news update as our source material. The idea here is to unpack that, get beyond just the headline.
Exactly. These updates give us the facts, the what happened, but we need to dig into the so what. What does it really mean?
Okay, let's get straight to it then. The report mentions shelling along the line of control in Kashmir, and crucially, casualties on both sides. What's the immediate takeaway there?
Well, casualties mean it's serious. The log eighth, it's that de facto border in Kashmir, always a potential flashpoint.
Right.
So when you hear about casualties on both sides, it signals a significant exchange, not just minor firing. It's a definite escalation.
And the diplomatic reaction seems, well, predictable almost. India accuses Pakistan of ceasefire violations.
hmm
Pakistan denies it, calls for the UN to get involved. It's like two completely different realities being presented.
It really is. India's stance frames Pakistan as the aggressor,
Yep.
which, could justify their own actions. Pakistan, turning to the UN, that's an attempt to internationalize it, maybe gain some leverage, imply they're the ones under pressure. These opposing stories make finding common ground, well, incredibly difficult.
Okay, and then there's the bigger picture. You've got the US, you've got China, both saying, everyone calm down.
Right, the major powers weighing in.
But the update also says military movements are increasing. That feels counterintuitive. Why aren't those calls for de-escalation working on the ground?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Look, both the U.S. and China want stability. Nobody wants a conflict between two nuclear powers, but their influence isn't absolute.
So they can say things, but
But both India and Pakistan have their own calculations, their own domestic audiences, their own strategic goals. They might be signaling toughness or genuinely preparing for worse, even while acknowledging the international calls. Diplomatic words and military postures don't always line up.
the source wraps up by highlighting how, unstable the whole situation is, how one mistake could lead to something much bigger. Feels like we've heard that warning before.
We definitely have. And that history, that deep mistrust built up over decades, it just hangs over everything.
Mm-hmm.
It means even an accident, a miscalculation, could be interpreted as hostile intent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how things can spiral. That begs the question, in that kind of atmosphere, how does either side even start to de-escalate? It's risky.
All right. So just to sum up quickly, we've got these border clashes, actual casualties. We have India blaming Pakistan, Pakistan calling for the UN.
Creating narratives.
Exactly. And then global powers urging calm, but military activity seems to be, if anything, increasing. It paints a picture of, well, a really volatile situation.
Yeah, zooming out, it's that classic mix, isn't it? A
Mm-hmm.
long-running core dispute, nuclear neighbors, regional complexities, and global players involved, whose interests, while maybe aligned on paper for de-escalation, aren't always simple.
So that leaves us, and you listening, with this thought. Considering that deep history and the fact that major powers are involved, what are the potential long-term ripples for the whole region if this current tension keeps up or gets worse? Something to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.